Hi there, I'm Brad. Welcome to the Bristol Show 2026, where I'm joined by Rob from REL Acoustics. Rob, lovely
Good
to see you as
afternoon.
well. Yes, good afternoon. The sun's out.
I know, it's amazing.
I haven't seen sun for days.
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Now, Rob, I'm going to start with something that a lot of people seem quite upset about on the internet when it comes to REL Acoustics. Big Bad John. This track is dividing the crowd. What's going on there? Why has this become such a...
So, long story short, one of the influencers that arrived at the stand the other day introduced us to the Big Bad John just at the right time, because obviously John Hunter, the owner and designer of All Things Good at REL, was blissfully unaware that this was going to be played. So now... every time that he comes into the room, we are going to have on our phones that as the ringtone.
Got you.
Big Bad John comes
So
on.
it's a bit of a
tongue-in-cheek,
tongue-in-cheek anthem for John.
To be fair, it sounds really good. We played down on the big system and it sounded great.
Now, obviously, you guys have been in the show for a very long time, but people should know who you are by now. But for those that don't, what is it that REL do?
Okay, so we make a little thing called a subwoofer. We start at £450. Go up to our biggest combination, which is £60,000. But basically, it's a shame that we have something that's called a subwoofer in our industry, because what a REL does is a little bit different.
Yeah.
People assume that RELs are just another subwoofer to go into your AV system. It's really not the case.
No.
85% of all RELs globally are sold with two-channel systems.
Yep.
And it makes sense if you get music right first. The AV bit, actually, by comparison, is relatively easy.
Yeah.
And what we've set out to do this weekend is to show people what bringing a REL to your system really means.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a box that looks like any other subwoofer, but it doesn't behave the same as everything else.
No, I think having heard the A/B comparisons of the introduction of a sub to a sound, and it's something that catches a lot of people off guard, is the change to the mid-range and the soundstage.
Absolutely, it makes no sense, does it?
No.
When you think about
My brain doesn't brain when when you try to explain it.
Yeah. And even with the biggest of speakers, we got some really good Dali speakers down in the demo room this year, and they're big, imposing speakers. You know, they're 6 foot tall plus.
Yeah.
And even with that, we still, if you like, present this soundstage that's bigger than the speaker. It's amazing what happens.
Yeah, I think there's this common misconception with consumers that they feel that you would only buy a subwoofer just to make something sound bassier. So when I've spoken to people in the past and gone, have you thought about the subwoofer? They go, oh no, the bass isn't a problem. And you go, no, wait, hang on, don't close it off. There's a conversation to be had here.
We say it so many times, adding a REL is not actually about bass. And you look at those big Dali speakers, for example, you don't need any more any more bass, but it makes such a difference. My favourite example really is Stradivarius violins, right?
Yep.
Hundreds of years they've been trying to copy and, if you like, replace with a new version of that sounds as good as the original. So they've tried now making the violin with the same aged wood, the same finishing, the same horsehair for the bow, the same everything. You give it to good old Kennedy, for example, Nigel Kennedy. Even before he's finished playing that first strike of the bow, he'll tell you straight away whether it's original or not, because there's so much other stuff that goes on with subsonic information that really adds to what we hear. Same with the REL stuff. You know, a lot of what it's playing you can't hear, but it has a massive effect on what we hear.
Absolutely.
So you're right. We get it a lot. Oh, I don't need any more bass. You may not do, but it gives you that ability to be able to control what's coming out. Yeah. So that you get a better overall environment to listen in. Full stop. Whether it's just your speaker, whether it's an AV system, doesn't matter.
Now, as you say, you actually accommodate for quite a wide variety of price points.
Absolutely.
Which is great, and you know things like the REL Zero, which is your smallest in the T series. That packs a punch. That's a serious bit of kit. We're not talking throwaway products here.
We're lucky. We have the ability to play with everybody else's toys in the industry, which is great.
Yeah.
So we can partner with just about everything on the market. So the little T0, it's an amazing bit of kit. You go right up to the big number 32s in line arrays. That's our £60,000 offering. But the point is, it doesn't matter if it's AV, 2-channel, even a gaming system. You know, you plug a T0 into your gaming machine at home. It's oh my word,
it's big
amazing,
difference.
Absolutely amazing.
Now you're showing a new range
We are.
This time round. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, just about Christmas time, we released the new Series S. So Series S fits, if you like, it's the series below the reference. So it's a really important range for us. I still don't know how John and the team managed to bring out another black box that's so much better than last, and it's just crazy. So, lower, faster, deeper are the things to take away from the new series. So it looks physically smaller, but the boxes actually are bigger. So we've come down in terms of height. The box is deeper. That means that we can get more power out of the box. We can get more depth out of the box in terms of frequency. They're so quick, ridiculously quick. They've managed to strip out another 30 grams out of the weight of the main active driver, which is an incredible achievement when you look at how light it already is. 30 grams, for example, is the same weight as the cone of a T9X.
Right.
And it's like, how does that work? It's just crazy. So we're now at a stage where the only way I think that we're going to be able to get any more weight out of it is just by changing the composition of the weave of the carbon. There's nowhere else to go. It's but it's supremely
You're engineering
quick.
these things within an inch of their lives.
It's crazy. And part of the demonstrations that we always do at REL down at the Bristol Show is we try and show people tracks that you wouldn't associate a REL or rather a subwoofer to play. It's dead easy to do Infected Mushroom all day long, which I like, by the way. But we've been playing some really open female vocal tracks. And a couple of times people have put their hand up and said, is the REL on? Well, yeah, that's the whole point. All we're doing is making it sound like a bigger speaker. And then, of course, we play something that will put somebody in your arse, no problem at all, which is great. And it's good fun. But the Carbon Special is what we've featured downstairs in the demonstration, but there's 4 products in the range. So the S550 is the baby one, and that will give you a 10-inch driver with a 10-inch passive radiator as well. The most important thing is, because we've got such pressure now coming out of the boxes, we need to be able to alleviate that, and we use passive radiators, so you get real engagement with the floor. Everybody's mentioned that, even though we're downstairs and the floor is 18 inches of solid concrete, according to the hotel. We're still being able to feel that through to our feet, which is amazing. The S850 is the bigger brother, and that will give you a 12-inch driver and a 12-inch passive, and then you're onto the Carbon Special, which is a big leap up in terms of performance. And then my personal favourite of all of the range is the new 212, which is downstairs at the other display area that we've got. And that will feature 2 12-inch active drivers. Then we've got a passive radiator on the back and a passive radiator at the bottom, and it's all fed by a little amplifier that we limit to 1,000 watts. So.
And what's the reasoning behind the limitation of the amplifier?
We limit all of the amplifiers on all of the range. We know we've got extra coverage. We've got supremely powerful amplification in all of these new things, and it's Class AB with a little bit of digital at the end. So the idea of limiting the output is basically to make it work correctly with the product. So they're all slightly different. We could just say, look, it's a 1,400 watt amplifier, and if you like, do what the rest of the industry does and give you peak power performance numbers, etc., which mean absolutely nothing, because none of us listen to 1,400 watts for 0.1 of a second. So we limit the output to make the whole product work correctly all of the time. And if you've got extra coverage, you've got extra flexibility. We know that, and it works.
Now, I know from speaking to John, he never stops. His brain is always on the go, and he's always tinkering, and he's always revisiting concepts and designs. Is the roadmap quite clear of what's coming out next, or is it just a sort of like...
Who knows with John?
Who
knows? At any one time, he's got 30 or 40 things going on. And he never stops. He's always looking for the next thing. But of course, we have a product cycle of 4 or 5 years if we can find something to improve. So number 30 twos, for example, took over from the number 25. That was 7 years difference.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't improve on it, and when John found that next step, he was away.
Yeah.
And every time that we do things, so the new S series, for example, has components lifted from the reference that we've now managed to incorporate into the, if you like, the series. Below is the wrong term, but the baby brother range to the reference. So trickle down technology is a great thing. It's a great thing. So we do have some more toys coming to market very shortly, which I'm really looking forward to. It's an addition. It doesn't take over from anything that's currently out. So we're adding more to the portfolio. It's going to surprise a lot of people. So watch this space. Audio 2 will have them very shortly.
There we go.
So
what
press
more can we say?
Exactly. The press releases will hit fairly shortly.
Yeah.
So
this is going to be a post-show release, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent
we
stuff.
were thinking about maybe showing it at the show, but we've got so much to talk about in the new series.
You've only got one room, so you've got the room and the stand, but you've got to be able to.
Yep.
Demos can only last so long.
Absolutely. And again, going back to the demo, we've been really lucky this year. The Dali guys have helped out. Hagel, we've got some amazing amplification. Last year, I think, do you remember the system was about £400,000 worth?
Yeah, it was a big system last year.
We scaled it down. It's a mere £170,000.
Pocket change.
Absolutely. But it sounds amazing. It sounds great. I mean, it's a big room to fill.
Yeah.
In terms of
it's not
pressure.
the same space as last year.
Same space.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just aesthetically, it looks very different.
Yeah, we've really sort of stepped up our game in how REL's presented, and people come to expect it now. Unfortunately for us.
You're one of the bigger names at the show. I think because your products can be paired with a lot of different systems.
Yeah.
It's not like you're in competition with anyone here. You're an addition. You're an add-on to any system that anyone's thinking about.
Absolutely. And it's just to make. It doesn't matter what pair of speakers you've got. You've got to have a good pair of speakers to make all of this work. And by adding in a REL, it just makes your system sound better. It's like any other upgrade. So we've got some great cables there by Cord. We've got power conditioning by the Puritan guys.
Yeah.
So everything that we've got there to add into the system to make the system sound better, that's what it's about.
And long may it continue.
Absolutely. So this is our 36th year, I think.
So you missed 1 year.
Yep.
Or one of the 37. We're having this conversation earlier on, so it's the 37th year, but I think next year is the 40th anniversary of the show starting.
Right.
But we missed 2 shows because of COVID, so I think that's right.
Yeah.
That's possibly right.
Yeah. So I think I've probably, as an exhibitor with various people, I think this is probably my 29th show.
Wow.
Myself. Even though I know I look like I'm 21.
I was going to say, mate, you've been coming here since you were 2?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. So impressive. Rob, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and chat with me.
Always a pleasure.
It's always lovely to chat to you. And obviously, customers should know that if you do want to try out REL, either in store or at home, get in touch with your local audio T. Because I think the challenge there, and we've said about it before, is we would love to challenge you to add the subwoofer to your system to see the difference it makes. Even if you think, oh, my room's really small, or I don't need the bass, just go give it a try. It's so worth doing.
And now's the time to do it. Audio T, we've got your national promotion running until the end of March.
Yes.
Save yourself up to a couple of £100 off a new REL.
Yeah, exactly. What more can you want? Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Lovely to see you.
Likewise.
Guys, do the whole subscribe thing below, and if you've got any questions, get in touch with your local audio T, and hopefully we'll see you at the show next year. Thanks very much. Bye now.
See you later.